It's incredible what goes on here.
It's community.
This is where it's at.
I love this school.
It's a celebration of the power of music to really transform people's lives.
The Brooklyn Queens Conservatory of Music is one of the oldest and largest community music schools in the country. Through its 2 campuses in Brooklyn and Queens and its many outreach programs, it serves more than 7,000 students.
Our mission here is to bring music to everyone in the community.
We open our doors to everybody. We don't want to say no to anybody who comes here.
1, 2.
When you think about a place where somebody can start studying music at 18 months, for instance, and continue until they're 100 and always learn something new and different, that's an amazing feat.
1, 2, 3.
Each campus has an energy all its own. The Brooklyn campus occupies an historic mansion in the heart of Park Slope. The Queens campus has served families there for more than 50 years.
Saturdays, families are going in and out, places full of activity all day long. The hall is usually filled with kids, and they have their lunch there, and they bring their homework there, and they're kind of having fun, and lots of music in every corner.
Con Edison supports the Brooklyn Queens Conservatory of Music because it unites the community, it brings everybody in under one roof, it just creates that wonderful feeling of family.
Part of the strength of the school is, of course, its tremendous faculty.
When you solo, feel free to use the melody. Don't get so far from the melody. You know, you still can play those thirds. Do do da dee do dee do da do da dee da dee da.
I feel very privileged and blessed, really, to be here because I'm around a group of colleagues that care and who are phenomenal musicians in themselves.
This is my 20th year.
Just about 6 years now.
I've been teaching here for almost 32 years, and before that I was a student here for 12 years.
I've taught at the Brooklyn Conservatory for 13 years. I love what I do. I'm very passionate about my music, and I bring that out in my teaching. Now, make the next phrase come right out of that. Yes, that's much better. Let's do that again.
He's the best. He's the best.
Almost. There's something that's happening between here and here.
He comes down hard on me sometimes, too. You know, do it, do it, do it.
That is my style. I want to fire people up. This is what I love, and I want them to love it, too, and have a good time and learn. Gorgeous. It's going to be fabulous.
Thank you.
That the student and the teacher have a very strong connection, that they have an expectation of you, and you know you have to fulfill it.
It's been too hard living.
I have been in Renee Manning's R&B choir, which is an unbelievably fun experience. She gets you down on the floor and starts you doing those breathing exercises.
Good. Give me one softer than that one, please.
And all of a sudden, a voice comes out that is free and full-bodied and beautiful sounding. Her technique is fabulous.
That intimacy, you know, being able to sit in a class that's not 30 folks. You're in a class with a few folks, so you have a direct relationship with this teacher. And that doesn't happen in many institutions.
Fabulous.
My name is Asia Salas, and I'm a scholarship student, and I'm a vocal major.
We award over 300 scholarships, both need-based and merit-based.
Where I live, there's no real music environment where I can interact with other people who like the same thing I do. I'm known as the weird girl who spends all her time with music and doesn't hang out with her friends because I'm so concentrated on being here.
When people rhyme the same word, but depending on how you sing it.
In some cases, it's just the one thing that will make a difference in a child's life.
Well, one of the mistakes a lot of parents make is that they feel that if they cut off the music aspect of it, these students will have a chance to progress in other areas. And they've actually got it backwards, because it's the music that's allowing them to progress in other areas.
Perfect.
What really sets the conservatory apart is the range and breadth of its programs.
One of the things I find very exciting about the place is the music partners and the music therapy program and the way they engage with the community.
I want to thank all of you for coming out this afternoon.
We go out into over 40 sites all throughout Brooklyn and Queens and even Manhattan and bring music as a weekly activity to all ages of people.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
We work with over 4,000 children just in our weekly school programs.
No, you can't. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Wake up, it's early morning.
One place the Music Partners program is making a difference is Inner Force, a daycare center serving Bed-Stuy.
Time to go to school.
Over 97% of the children that participate within our program actually are either at the poverty or below the poverty guidelines.
Listen for your name.
The conservatory are stepping up to the plate, making it happen for those who needs it, and really exposing them to a whole different world that they may or may not have been able to been exposed to had it not been for the work and the generous offerings of the conservatory.
You can't have a child fed math and reading all day long, that you really need to develop the whole child, and that many children find that their way into learning is through the arts.
What's the song called? My favorite dummies.
Connor was born with a brain tumor called a craniopharyngioma, and it was discovered when he was 2.5 years old. And he was quite critical for several years, where we actually almost lost him several times. Now it looks like the tumor has been taken care of, but left a lot of brain damage.
Tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things.
Music for him is the one thing that he's good at. He's better at music than anyone else, and he's never been better at something in his life.
The conservatory's music therapy program serves more than 600 children and adults who have developmental and physical handicaps.
Children who come here, adults who come here, have special needs.
Music is very powerful, and it really is giving them a way of expressing themselves, of communicating in a way that they're not able to on their own.
They get so involved in the music that there's just pure joy. And there's a sense that I get from them that they feel understood.
The conservatory is also reaching out to bring music therapy to public school students who otherwise wouldn't be able to benefit from it.
I've got music in my heart.
The program at PS 396K is one that we're really excited about, working with children who have multiple developmental disabilities.
When my heart beats, when my heart beats, and so does yours.
My school is composed of 34 classes of students who either have autism, multiply disabled, mentally retarded, and many of them don't speak. But music speaks a language for all of them.
When I clap my hands, when I
We would have never been able to have this therapeutic music program without the Brooklyn Conservatory, who, through a grant, chose to have us.
When it beats, when my heart beats, when it beats, when it beats, when my heart beats, when my heart beats, and so does yours. You've got music.
There isn't an area of music that we aren't trying to offer to the public.
The classical division is one of our largest divisions.
We have a wonderful jazz program.
R&B and rock and hip hop.
We have the Conservatory Chorale.
African drumming and music of Mali classes.
The Suzuki program is in its second year.
I can talk about the orchestra for hours and hours. Can we take it right at 68? So it's yat da 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 da.
Classical-oriented students, we encourage them to take at least one or two of the jazz classes. The jazz-oriented students, the reverse.
It's all about music. There's no kind of genre. It's not jazz, it's not classical, it's just music. Good music.
Music Adventures is a music and movement program for children 18 months through the first grade.
Scoot to the middle. Oh, fantastic. There's the middle.
They learn not just music and movement, but they learn a lot of other things as well.
Can you play a white sound? White, 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 white.
If your child's not having fun in our class, then we're not doing our job right.
Oh, there they go.
Learning should be a joy, and that's how you can grow as a person.
Oh, there they are.
Then, of course, we have the folks who want to become professionals. And for them, this is a great place because it's an intimate setting where they can interact with musicians who are still practicing their craft.
The certificate program is a program for junior high and high school students who are considering careers in music.
My name is Rosan Nedeljev, and I'm from Sofia, Bulgaria.
Students from around the world come to the conservatory to take part in its college-level diploma program.
My name is Yukako Yumura. I'm from Japan.
I'm continually challenged by my students who come from all over the world in many different languages. It amazes me that they have the courage to come to a new country and get a very high-level education of music.
5, 6, 7, 8. Go theater!
Before I worked here, it had never really struck me that music could be used in this wonderful way to build community, to literally change their lives.
It brings that peace. It brings a huge, wonderful quality of life to our communities.
We want to make music a part of everybody's life, and that's part of our mission.
This mission is really important to us. It's grandiose. It seems almost impossible to accomplish, but remarkably, I think that step by step we're doing that.
Music is the language of the soul, the universal language in which all of us on some level can relate to.
Smell the flowers, blow out the candles.
having music in your life in one form or another helps keep you grounded and sane. I think it's one of the best things that human beings do.
It's time to say goodbye. Thank you for your music. Thank you for your listening. Thank you and goodbye. Goodbye. Hey, goodbye. Hey, goodbye. Hey, goodbye.